All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who ruled well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want Ratazah this to be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And breaking news. I'm pretty sure you've heard about this already. There was a mass shooting in Maine, right? Reports are saying at least 22 people, Control Alt deleted. Some are saying 18. I'm not sure the exact number. You can see the shooter here, okay? And I saw this actually last night. Came across my feed, but I was waiting, holding my peace before I spoke on it. I kind of had a gut instinct that this person that carried out this act was trained, formally trained. I can tell just by the way he was in the pictures. He was carrying himself, the way he was holding the rifle, the way he was walking. He wasn't holding it like Pookie and Ray Ray on the block, cocked to the side. I could tell he was trained. So I was waiting, and it's been confirmed. All right, so I'm trying to choose my words carefully because we know these are touchy subjects. So let's read the article from Sky News. It's going to be a real short one. It says, Maine gunman identified as U.S. Army's petroleum supply specialist. Maine gunman identified as U.S. Army's petroleum supply specialist as police intensify manhunt. Maine's governor warned residents in a news conference not to approach the person of interest who is armed and dangerous and to call police immediately if spotted. A gunman who shot dead 18 people in the U.S. state of Maine has been identified as a U.S. Army Reserve Petroleum Supply Specialist. Robert Card, who is still on the run, has over 2 decades of service and no prior overseas deployments, the Army confirmed. Maine police intensified their search on Thursday for the 40-year-old U.S. Army reservist following a deadly shooting incident that resulted in 18 deaths and 13 injuries at a bowling alley and bar in Lewiston the previous night. Card holding the rank of Sergeant First Class, enlisted in December 2020. Card holding the rank of Sergeant First Class, enlisted in December 2002, according to Army officials. And there's another picture of him. Maine Governor Janet Mills warned residents in a news conference on Thursday not to approach the person of interest who is armed and dangerous and to call police immediately if he is spotted. I am profoundly saddened to stand before you today to report that 18 people lost their lives and 13 people injured in last night's attacks, she said. That's pretty much the point, okay? That's pretty much the point, all right? You can do your further due diligence, all right? That's pretty much the point, so I had a feeling, again, like I said, that he was trained. He had some training, whether, on some capacity, and it's been confirmed, all right? So, again, I'm not going to speak too much on this. I'm going to just let the scripture speak. This is an oldie but goodie. I haven't brought this out in a while, one of my favorite scriptures, but we definitely are in these times. It's been going on, and it's only going to intensify as society collapses. As this society collapses, you're going to see these things more and more. All right? This is Job 18 and 11. You know, Job 18:11. I'll start at 8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn, talking about Esau, Edom, the wicked, because we know a lot of these things are orchestrated. You have something called FFs, false you know what's. I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying this was one or it wasn't, but we know they do have, FFs, okay? Nonetheless, whether they're FFs or not, it's ultimately the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? And there's going to come a time when they're not going to be FFs. People are definitely going to lash out, which I'm holding also, 2nd Ezra 15. There's going to be sedition in the streets. As we always say, when people have nothing left to lose, what do? They lose it, and they're going to lash out, okay? So it says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet. That trap that Esau Edom think he's setting a trap for the world, for Yasharallah, but little does he know he's in a trick bag. Everything he's doing is leading to his downfall. I'm just going to say, it's ultimately leading him to the king of terrors, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai said he's going to take vengeance, and he's not going to meet him as a man. So it says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robbers shall prevail against him. Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, he's coming to take all the grapes, okay? If you can receive it. It says, the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. He's in a quagmire. He can't go back. All he could do is go forward with his agenda. And his agenda is ultimately going to get him destroyed. Okay, Esau's the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. It says, terrors, that's the main point, Job 18:11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. All right, and what we just saw was a terroristic attack, whether FF or not. Okay, ultimately they're gonna be real ones. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of real ones, because people are gonna lose it. All right, and they're gonna make him afraid on every side, meaning he's not gonna know where it's coming from. Okay, all right, it's gonna be a lot of infighting. All right, a lot of infighting. You ain't gonna know. Hey, the love of many is waxing cold. You know, you're not gonna know who to trust in the times we're coming into. Evil times are quickly approaching. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. He gonna lash out because he's backed into a corner. So he's gonna resort back to his blessing, the sword. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. He's going to be like a chase row. And we coming into the times where Esau Edom about to be a chase row. All these nations, everybody going to be looking to get at him. Okay? 2/3 of Yasharallah. A lot of you it's going to be civil war, class wars, race wars. Violence in the streets. That's the times they're coming into. And ultimately they're going to be looking at to lash out against the man, the culprit behind it all. Esau Edom, the wicked, who's in the power seat, who's orchestrating all this chaos. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, which is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. This is 2nd Ezra 15, and the main point is in 16. Start at 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword, and we know the modern day sword, like we always say, is a gun. A sword is a killing instrument. The ultimate sword is what? Those missiles, right? Okay? So it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. That's the times that we're living in. Chaos, evil times. The times of judgment, great death, many miseries, sword, famine, pestilence, sedition, martial law. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. It's near. It's only going to get worse. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Again, the modern day sword is the gun. So that might have been an FF. It might have been real. Who knows? But real things like that are going to happen. you know, and you ain't gonna know where it's coming from, who's gonna do it, you know. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Because there be spirits that are created for vengeance. You know, the Lord got these evil spirits out there that he's going to pour into these people, man, and they're going to lash out. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All these things, these type of attacks are going to cause what? These cities to be locked down, martial law, checkpoints. Ultimately, it's going to usher in the charagma. This chaos is going to cause order out of chaos. Throughout all this chaos that's coming, it's going to, Esau Edom is going to swoop in as a knight in shining armor with the solution, which is that charagma, where he'll have complete control. He'll be able to monitor everything, you know, and reestablish order. All right? That's the times that we're coming into. For because of their pride, many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times dwell in the world, because they have walked on in great pride. People gonna lose it, man. They're gonna lose their jobs, lose their whole life savings, you know, lose their families. They're gonna lose their mind, and they're gonna lash out. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The time of Jacob's trouble is quickly approaching. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. These are the times that we're heading into. Hey, and these are beautiful times for the elect. These are the days we've been looking forward to. Because, hey, through this tribulation, we know our redemption is nigh. The kingdom is nigh. Okay? This man has an end. He's through. We at the end of Esau Edom's reign, his age, his world, his empire. And he's going out with a big bang. It's about to get bloody. It's about to get nasty. Evil times are on the horizon. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Close out here. Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against himself, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. And that's what it is. We at the end, baby. We at the end. And hey, our victory is nigh. Our redemption is nigh. All right? So keep watching, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep praying, fasting, putting on as the elect, man. All right? Victory is nigh. But through much tribulation, we're going to enter into the kingdom. All right? So prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. Prepare yourselves. Get this oil in your vessel while you can. Store up these righteous works in heaven. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Watch as well as pray. Shalom. Wa abad babor kwam mesharala.